Do you think the other sports kind of owe touch a little bit of like thank you for development?
There's a lot of people that have transferred from touch.
I've always credited touch for those skills. It needs a bit more love.
The People's Game, ki Māori Plus, me whakaata Māori.
Kia ora nā tālofa lava, mālo lelei, Lisa Polivinaka, whakalofalahi atu, and a warm Pacific greetings to you here from Mountfort Park in Manurewa for the 2025 Pacific Cup. We've got an open women's pool fixture between Cook Islands and Tonga. My name is Tivoli Guthrie on commentary, and I'm joined by a former mentor of mine, former Touch Blacks men's open head coach, let me get my words right, Peter McIntyre. Pete, how are you?
Kia ora Tivoli, kia ora whānau. I'm really privileged to be here and privileged to actually call this event with one of the, I think, greatest players I've had in my time with the Auckland Open Men's and New Zealand Open Men's. Looking forward to this fixture with Cook Islands and Tonga, Tivoli.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game on our hands here at Cook Islands and Tonga. And it's been a good game so far. Good day, I should say, so far. The weather's beautiful. It's been absolutely turned on here in Manurewa. The sun is shining. There's a couple of clouds, just enough to provide enough sunshade. And there's plenty of people vibing out here at Mountfort Park. It's been a brilliant weekend all weekend long. Mac, have you enjoyed the weekend?
Oh, I'm just so impressed with the professionalism and the standard that's been put out there. With what Pat's put forward for the Pacifica whānaus.
Yeah, and it is a huge reflection on the mahi of our mate Pat and Harley and Ricky and all the rest of the volunteering team. As we get things underway, the Cook Islands, they'll start things off in this game, going from right to left on your screen in the green strip, and Tonga in the red and white going from left to right. As Cook Islands are looking to set things up in the middle of the park, just a nice patient build-up to start this game, putting a couple of feelers out early. And a nice strong touch there from Tonga. Yeah, it was a great heavy touch. Got right into the ruck and disrupted the roll ball there, Pete.
Yeah, Sammy Stanton, very, very experienced. Just come out of Touch Blacks Trans-Tasman. I like the lift of the link there. I can't recognise her from this bar, but, you know, they're lifting that link. And obviously Sammy's running that point defender and running it hard and getting good range on that, Tivoli.
Yeah, she's a very experienced campaigner, isn't she, Sammy Stanton? So she'll probably be crucial to the Touch Blacks, to the Tongan team's chances of success in this one. And a little bobble at the roll ball coming out of half, and so they'll turn the ball over right on the 7 metre.
I think with the game, Tivoli, it's going to come down to the catch, pass, ruck mentality. The team that controls this in those basic fundamentals is the likelihood is going to be the winner of this game, having the opportunities.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the quality of women's touch and, you know, the physical skills has come along leaps and bounds over the last probably decade, hasn't it, Mac? You know, are you impressed as the current Touch Blacks women's coach?
Oh, I am, and, you know, as Charlie picks up the ball there, the physicality of the athlete has been, I think, the biggest shift. And with the physicality, the skill set then follows. So it's been very, very impressive. I think, if I can say anything, Tivoli, I think we always look across the ditch at the Australians, where we've got so much in our own country, with our Pacifica countries, that we need to start developing something that we are the best at. You know, like, and as Tonga goes to the line here, that's the Pacifica style, and combining that with the New Zealand style, and then moving forward from there.
Well, we've seen so many instances in the past, haven't we, where, you know, Australia do sort of struggle to contain that sort of ad-lib or that free-flowing style of football. You know, you only have to look as far as last year's World Cup final in the men's open with the way E4 Jones performed in that one, and Australia just struggled to contain his agility, his body evasion, and you know, I think that's probably something that is a distinct difference between our countries.
Oh, big time. And I think with the Australian setup at the moment, they've actually boxed themselves into a style, whereas we've got so much more to add with our flamboyancy in a controlled environment, and it's getting that balance, I feel, Tiff.
Yeah, 100%. That balance is Absolutely something, a little bit of untapped potential perhaps. As we get back to the on-field action, Tonga now crossing over halfway. And Cook Islands have actually done a good job to sort of disrupt the flow of the Tongan yards coming off their line.
Yeah, I just want a big shout out to Brian Adams, who's the coaching down in the box down there. I've had a lot of time with Brian in the men's, fortunate enough to go to South Africa with the New Zealand Open men's with him. But more than that, it's what he's giving back to the Cook Islands and what he's giving back to touch and women's touch. Big ups to Brian.
100% there as Tonga happened to go through. It was Sammy Stanton. We talked about her just before. Excellent work by Tonga. I think that might have been Azalea losing her mirror and managing to dot down. But further to your point, Pete, yeah, the work of the likes of Brian Adams and also Jeff Houston as well, former Touch Blacks and Counties reps, the both of them, and doing wonders over in the Cook Islands and the Cook Island-based players here in New Zealand.
Oh, yes, and both Jeff and Brian come out of the Freezing Hot Club and historically very, very... I want to say set a platform for touch in our country. They were one of those men's teams that was legendary, to be honest, and big ups to them. But I just want to go back to the giving back part, and they're both giving back. And I did say, I called it a game before this, and I think more of our more elite players need to give back to our game to make sure that we are on the right platform.
100%. That's going worldwide as well. We need to everyone chip in and do their part of contributing to the game and the growth and the development of the game, as we see on this sort of platform and this sort of stage here.
As the Cook Islands run a 32 peel, and they just go long to the link.
And they look to extend the play. I thought the peel might have been on coming out to the left, but now they look to reset and come back. Are they going to run a punish here? They dummy that. And they're running numbers. Oh, she's threaded the needle. Brilliant work. I think maybe just offloaded the ball a touch too early.
Yeah, she needs to find the back of that box there and run the back of that box to pick up clear players. But very, very good evasion there.
Oh, geez, the gap was definitely smaller than me, and she happened to slice through. Brilliant work there from the Cook Islands as they look for a little extra pass here, and finding a lot of yards down the right-hand edge is Sammy Stanton.
Sammy's crucial to this Tongan side, but she's also got to be smart about how she uses the energy and where she adds and not sort of go off on her own tangent. I think it's more about her leading the way with her knowledge rather than being totally physical.
There was a hand in the passing lane there, but the referee rules it to have not been played at. And so the turnover comes to the Cook Islands. And now they'll look to ruck up. She's well offside there, the Tongan defender. Yeah, referee pulls the penalty. And they'll be marched an extra 10 metres.
Tonga just have to look at their discipline. The score's on their side at the moment, but discipline's going to be a big factor in this one.
Yeah, holding a slender 1-0 lead as we approach the halfway point of this first half.
Number 4, Charlie, is very physical. She's fit and she has got very good feet. Oh, and again, the basic fundamentals, Tiff, if I can say anything to budding young touch players, catch, pass, ruck, just keep it basic. Work on those 3 fundamentals and you'll have a big way of really making it in our game.
Yeah, well, it's the foundation, isn't it, Pete? It's the three actions that we do the most of in any given touch game. So being able to be proficient in that off both hands as well is definitely a big bonus and provides you with that foundation to be able to kick on for higher honours.
Yeah. And I think you talked about your Touch Blacks time, Tivoli. The IQ comes from then having a group of players or coaches that can support you with those basic fundamentals. As Tonga go through and score one, let's have a look at this. Just picks, engages the saver, little short ball over the top. Charlie comes and probably just lost a bit of connection there, and then the link save didn't come there. It's quite a basic thing, especially that left to right side if they just come tight there.
Yeah, and their scoop has provided them with both of their tries so far in this first half, Tonga. And so now they stretch their lead out to 2, and Cook Islands still looking to get their first on the board. As they toy around on the 7. Plenty of space out on the right. They look to go that way. And have they found a little bit of purchase? Was the touch made out wide? Yes, it was.
The link, number 16 on that side, she's very prominent in defending in that channel there. She lifts quite well, really good to see. So she's popped out right here and she's making that touch. probably line and profile wasn't the best, but anyway, and due to that, they get one in the corner. So we promote our links prominently in the women's game now, but it's got to be supported by obviously the winger and the inside, and once you've made contact, just pulling that hard and not having a second effort there. But good on the Cook Islands. They brought themselves back into game here.
Yeah, they've hit back here. Yeah, I think it was just maybe perhaps a little bit passive at the touch and then not able to get back to an onside position, and Cook Islands taking full advantage of that. So they get their first of the afternoon. 2-1's the current scoreline as we tick down on the clock. There's just over 5 minutes left in this first half. We're running with 14-minute halves here on day 2 of the 2025 Pacific Cup. And Tonga now looking to send the sweeper around, picking out a dummy half. Short ball. Great patience on the ball there. Great ball playing there, Pete, from Sammy Stanton.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up. So they're running a sweep. They get the inside toucher, which then makes it man-on. Sweep still comes. Sammy picks it, holds. She splits the wrong way, and then still runs the hole. And just that link again, Tiv, on that open side, especially left to right. Even though Sammy is a left-handed player, we still got to make it go big, eh?
Yeah, definitely closing up that inside hole. And Cook Islands just found a little bit guilty of that, but they'll look to strike back on this set. As within 2 touches, they get down to the 7.
Sammy prominent at that point touch again. Let's see what our link's doing here. They get into a middle again.
Looking to pick short side.
Oh, great defense.
Lift,
yeah. Great defense here. You need to isolate that. Oh, good links in there. That's an all right scramble with a bit of a system there. Liking the link middle lift here. Touches at the 8. Charlie goes through. Yeah, too hard in that scenario there. What do you think, Tivoli?
Yeah, I think definitely trying to force the issue, aren't they, Tonga? They're pressing in defence and really, committing Cook Islands to make touches when they don't really want to before they're set up.
Yeah.
So they don't really have a chance to set that platform. A hint of a forward pass there from Tonga. Referee calls play through though.
Yep, get away with that one. I think Tonga just need to get through the park and use Sammy off the back end in terms of her experience and knowledge.
Yeah, a little bit of argy-bargy there in the middle of the field there between the Tongan and Cook Island players. And as a result, the referee is sent her to the sideline for a bit of a rest. And Tonga, I think they'll just want to get through their set here. They'll be happy if they just come to a completion. They still hold the 2-try lead, so there's no reason for them to rush.
Yeah. Sammy needs to take control of this, as she is. They're running a PAM or sweep on the link. Oh, found their platform needs to be strong. They sort of took away their range and are hunting for a drop, and then they get an error there too.
Now Cook Islands, that pass was a hint of a forward one as well. But referee say play on for that one too. So a pretty liberal game here so far.
I think with the fundamentals there, a lot of it's about technique, and as much as the technique of that pass was marginal to say the least, if they tidy that up, because in the big ones it is going to get them, as they've been called for a hard touch there.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Cook Islands need. Trailing by 2 with 2.5 minutes left. Very welcome to get a repeat set of 6 on the 7. We'll see what they can come up with on this one.
Goes to a crossover.
Ooh, looking to run the passive out the back, or a sort of a deep line from the link. But great lift there from the Tongan winger to get into the passing lane and then snuff that one out. Yeah,
I think the Cook Islands really have to look at the range of their attack. They're taking them to the 7, and then Tonga's just dropping in and not biting at anything, which makes it really hard for them to get any ascendancy on the attack. They take it to the 7 as Tonga just turn it over again, a basic turnover. They really need to be disciplined in that area.
Yeah, just need to be definitive, don't they, in terms of their exit plan and their transition onto the field, because it is looking a little bit laboured at the moment. Yeah. Hard touch there from Tonga. This game's sort of starting to turn a little bit physical here, Pete.
Yep, and I think as it gets hotter and things and time starts wavering, the urgency of what's going on.
Beautiful, she's held on to that. Does that count as control, Pete? You're the ref. What do you reckon?
I thought that was controlled. It was controlled between your legs, but I thought it was controlled.
Control all the same.
Yeah. I would have given that, to be honest. Or is it downward pressure with the hand?
Look, I'll tell you what, if you look at the NRL, then, we needed to send that one up to the bunker, I think.
But what I'm looking at there, Tiff, so if I was Brian, when you're looking at, as Sammy just steps and goes around the link and then around the wing, well done, Sammy Stanton.
Yeah, what a timely strike for Tonga as well. We've said she's a key player throughout this first half for Tonga, and just managing to catch the Cook Island defence napping.
As I was saying to before, that 32 peel with a loose right to left open side, it should be a go-to. Like if Brian just gets them to use that platform, they're quite loose on that right to left open side. So I'd go back there.
Yeah, well, it almost came off for them on that occasion. And with 30 seconds left, that's probably the same setup that they'd want to go to on this one.
Well, you've got Charlie on the field. There's a lot of pace there. Mary's gone into middle, so she's got some huge experience in terms of setup. They get an outside middle, sweep drop, good. Running numbers.
Yeah,
it's a good ball.
Play.
Oh, great.
That was
good.
Beautiful. You could see that unraveling the whole time, couldn't you, Pete?
I talked it through and it came to fruition.
You get the people in the right spots.
Yeah.
And the sweep came around. Yeah, beautiful platform set, got a clean drop.
Yeah.
Beautiful left to right long ball out to the right-hand corner. And Cook Islands, I think they'll be happy with that one.
I'd put Mary in the middle for an experience. She can just put those platforms together and get your speed off the back end, and your skill off the back end of that. But well done to the Cook Islands.
And we'll see if they can come up with more of that in the second half. Tonga, they take a 4-2 lead into the break. Join us afterwards for more second half action.
Spring's a great time to get on that next project. So it's time to get out there with the water blaster, clean the deck, wash the house down, you get all them spider webs, the grime, the mould, get rid of all that. Bring on some DIY for less.
Get your outdoors looking great with 30 seconds outdoor cleaner, $24.90. Or wash away the dirt with an Azito high-pressure water blaster, $149. And tidy up with Saxon packet-free 150-litre garden bags, just $7.98.
There's heaps to get done around the home in spring, so we can help you get it done. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Do you think the other sports kind of owe touch a little bit of thank you for development?
There's a lot of people that have transferred from touch.
I've always credited touch for those skills. It needs a bit more love.
The People's Game, ki Māori Plus, me whakaata Māori.
No mai hoki mai e te iwi for the second half of the Open Women's fixture between Cook Islands and Tonga at the 2025 Pacific Cup, where we have Tonga holding a 4-2 lead, a pretty dominant display in that first half. What did you make of that, Pete?
I think for Tonga, just getting through the field with their discipline, Sammy Stanton back in, taking control. For the Cook Islands, I'd get Mary in the middle, running the platform, get their sweeps going, because Mary obviously has got some knowledge about right platforms, right drop, and then go from there. Discipline for both sides is crucial too.
It is, yeah. We saw it start to get a little bit loose towards the back end of that first half. As we reached the middle of the day, tempers were starting to match the heat, and now Tonga and Cook Islands set to do second half battle. Tonga, they picked one off here early, a broken defensive line for the Cook Islands.
It's interesting to just the discipline. Sometimes, like that little half break can be the undoing of a side. So it's just getting that discipline and that control back into what they're doing.
And a little bit narrow on that attack there from Tonga. But now they look to shift towards their box side and kill this set down close towards their sub box. Yeah, and those tempers, I tell you what, they haven't cooled all too much coming into the second half.
I just looked at the Tongan sheet, and it's got Sammy Stanton as the coach of this Tongan side, and Carl is actually the manager. So they've got enough experience over there to actually, do this. If I look at just what's happened here, the Cook Islands have just got to do those small things right, the catch, pass, ruck, tidy that up and get flowing back in.
I think it's also mine on the job, isn't it, Pete? You you talk about the discipline, and that comes, not only with the tempers, but it also comes with what you're doing on the pitch as well. And Cook Islands at the moment, they're just losing sight of that.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing too. We think discipline's not being rough, when in actually it's having the mental strength to be consistent in the little things.
Yeah, I concur. And now Tonga, halfway through their set, so they've still got a couple of touches up their sleeve.
If I was Sammy, I'd be calling myself on.
Yeah, just needed a little bit more control in that set. I think they lost their way halfway through, and they finished that set with a touch and pass. So Cook Islands will get the tip 7 metres off their try line and looking to punch forward. Yeah, great
Mary,
kickstart.
And Mary gets out and then with that discipline just punches forward. Got to pick up a half.
Yeah, now it's just a matter of trying to keep that roll on.
And that's good. That's good discipline. Just get forward, pick up a half. As Charlie comes into the middle. Now let's get a good platform here.
Yeah, I think just getting back to completions, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
And that's not a bad set, especially when you've been camped down on your try line for the first couple of minutes of the second half. Getting from 7 to 7, that's not a bad start.
Yeah, and let's have a look where everyone in our country and in the Pacific are good with ball in hand. It's their effort when they haven't got the ball in hand. And let's see what the Cook Islands do here. And that works for the Cook Islands. One here would be crucial. As Tonga sub.
They've got numbers out to the right here. If they can take advantage, there's a whole run up the middle.
Charlie just need to have her eyes up there. So, she's got good physicality. She just needs to get a little bit of eyes up with her playing.
Yeah, if they were urgent enough, they had numbers out to the right-hand side. But the main thing is that they've still got control of the pill.
Middle crossover. What we got here. She picks.
It was a touch made. Yeah, early in the count.
Yeah, early one. So, I would have just given it on the crossover.
Yeah, just giving the pill away a little bit too early in the count, and now Tonga looking to make them pay for it. Yeah,
expressing themselves as she goes. Good. I talked about Charlie. Good physicality, Charlie. Yeah. Good roll ball.
They look to extend that play too. It's almost like a second phase.
Okay.
So now they'll look to bring the patience into it.
They've scrambled and recovered. Who have we got running the pod here? Samo Quickie. She doesn't give. They've got to start giving the ball and giving it live. I think both teams, to get some better outcomes and complete an attacking or offensive set.
Yeah, well, it's just using all 6 touches, isn't it, Pete? And when you're going for a scoop on touch 2 or touch 3, it's not exactly ideal. Great control there, and she streaks away up the middle of the field. Is she going to score? She is indeed. And brilliant eyes-up play. That was great control through the ruck. She saw she didn't get touched, so kept the ball in hand and then just kicked away.
Went out to affect it, pulled the arm back, didn't get a dominant touch there. As we go through, Charlie picks it off. She comes, gets into that middle gate. She reached, or feel as we call it, and then she goes all the way and has the speed to back it.
And it was funny because Tonga they had almost like a fullback because they were making a far side substitution. But the fullback wasn't quite close enough to make the touch. And so Cook Islands, after the chips being down, they've managed to peg one back, and now they only find themselves down by 1.
Yes, the coach is back on, so said, let's see what she can organise.
Just posing the question.
Yeah, we need to the Cook Islands really need to get some defensive communication, some comms in here. Going to a 32, Pam, sweep on the link.
It's a nice strong touch there.
Yeah, just quite a weak platform there.
Just a lack of organisation here. Just trying to get the numbers and the players in the right spots.
I think Sammy can't close that early. She doesn't need to close it early as it would be. As they pick and they go through. There was a huge hole there.
It doesn't matter in the end. Yeah, I was thinking the same as you, Pete. I thought all the opportunity was down on the right. But they managed to thread the needle, find the chopping link, and they get one down on the board anyway.
She confused us. Yeah. She confused us, and I think she confused the Cook Islands as well. And the good running line there through the link. But that ended up being a 3v1. But, you've got to take your opportunities as they are given to you, Tivoli.
And they get that one back. So 5-3, the deficit's back out to 2. And Tonga in a pretty commanding position at the moment as we approach the halfway stage of the second half. And now Cook Islands just looking to set up in the middle of the field.
That's a better platform there. She gets the outside middle, sweeps. Charlie comes through. Gone to a passive again.
Good hands there. She'll look to scoop out a half here.
Oh, they've got a pocket defender in the ruck again. You know, we just got to tidy up that basic ruck.
Yeah, and I think this game, isn't it, P? It's all come down to the basics and which team is completing the basics well. They've gone a long way towards winning it.
Yes, they're both expressing themselves, however, as we pass off coming out of the red zone, and then the Cook Islands have an opportunity here. One here would be very interesting. We've got 7 minutes to go, Tiv. One here is going to, really put the pressure on Tonga.
Yes, just caught with 7 on the field, and that's an unfortunate error. Just a basic error, isn't it, Pete? Just getting numbers right on the field and then compounding that. Tonga get a tap right up on halfway.
Okay, there's a bit of indiscretion with the referees here, so we're back down the other way.
I think just trying to listen to the call. Maybe it was 7 on for Tonga. Do you think that might be the call there, Pete?
Oh, I'm lost, to be honest. I won't try and make something up that I don't know. But anyway, Cook Islands got the ball and they need something here.
Yeah, it'll be a timely time to strike. We'll see what they can come up with on this
Same
set, giving
quickie.
the quickies, yeah. Yeah, and that's an okay start to the set.
Better.
You've got touch 1, touch 2, and you're at least keeping the Tongan defence honest, and you're not giving away the ball early on touch 1 or 2.
Yeah. Link done good defensively, the Tongan link on the far side. Sammy comes.
A little bit of cat and mouse here on the 7. Snip over the short ball.
Oh, Link does well again.
And they're at least making the Tongan defence work for this.
If they look over the top there, look at that link line. It's the far link is coming quite tight. Good push there in defensive range. She's going to go short side. Oh, good. Oh, hard luck.
It was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They made the short side shut there, the Tongan defence.
Yeah. Charlie had a good option there. I think the link just needed to run her line to give Charlie a clear decision of either short or over the top.
Now Tonga, this will be the first time that they've got the ball sort of in this area of the field in a long time.
Yes.
They haven't been able to complete their last couple of sets. That's a good ruck there just to get them going forward.
And that's all they need to do here, just to keep ascendancy, is just complete.
Yeah, we talked earlier about discipline and discipline needing to come into the Tongan game at the moment.
Oh, there's a link lifted, but she lifted high. Oh.
Yeah, fortuitous there for Tonga because the early stages of that set wasn't really providing much, and on the 5th and final they managed to get all the way down to the 7, and now they'll get a repeat set there because of the lost ball from the Cook Islands. So
yeah, and I just want to say that we promote our link to lift, but they've got to lift in and up, not so much be wide and open that gate, to let that Tongan player run through that.
That's a great lift there from the Cook Islands. And Tonga, they'll just want to play through their set here. They got the lead, so they're up by 2. But the important thing for them is that they don't want to shut up shop. So it's that fine balance between game management and carrying on the players. Sammy Stanton looks to go to the short side. She pops it over the top. And Tonga, they extend their lead out to 3. That was Alana Baker crossing over there for the Tongan side. And a timely time to strike there for Tonga.
Link channel A, Tiv, and as they searched for it, they just sort of lost ascendancy on their defensive, and Sammy picked and manipulated that in a real narrow channel there.
Yeah, it was a narrow short side down on that right-hand edge. But it all counts for the same. So Tonga, they extend their lead back out to 3, and with just over 3 minutes left, that could be the killer blow. And if Cook Islands are going to want any chance to come away with the result in this one, they're going to have to strike on this set. Tonga not really pushing forward with any real urgency, are they?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I thought that the give was, the live give was on there. I thought they got the right platform. They just had to give that.
They've still got a couple of touches left up their sleeve. Or that was the last one, actually. So, yeah, they'll die wondering on that occasion. And Tonga, they hold on to their 3-try lead. The physicality hasn't stopped.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of miscued technique there with the physicality, Tim. I think they just need to get to a hip there, and it'll take out that hard touch as such.
Yeah, and getting low as well at the ruck, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a
great
good drive.
Up the middle of the
and
field.
Sammy goes through. Oh, hard luck there.
Yeah, bit of a 50-50, wasn't it?
Yeah. or 3-7.
Going in favour of the Cook Islands. Yeah, it was a great platform set, a great pick on the back end. And unfortunately for Tonga, the touch is called, so dummy half is the call. And now Cook Islands, as a result, they're crossing into enemy territory here with the clock slowly winding down.
Oh, great work,
There's
Mary.
Adams.
She just needs to keep that flow. Don't take away that range. Now drive. Yeah, and Charlie just needs to pick that and use her physical. And she has. Oh, we've had a sub here. Oh,
Stay
my
on
gosh.
the field.
She subbed. Jeez. And as Brian Adams looks up at the commentary, oh my gosh, they've done it.
We're in 6s and 7s here, Pete. Tonga looking to take advantage. Oh, jeepers, what a passage of play.
And that's one of those turnovers that I talked about, that they didn't need that. They just needed to complete. After being put under the pump, they just needed to complete. Let's go the Cook Islands.
They were so close to scoring down on this right edge. Just needed to find a teammate once they had gotten into the in goal. And just an untimely sub. Manages to undo all of that hard work.
Good. They're giving it, and look, they just need a give and look. Look at, the link was so tight there that the ball would have beat her hands down. I'd go that play again. Crossover and release. Oh, they're running a sweep. At least they got a great touch from Sammy. Sammy pushed hard on that point defender and put him back to man on. Very good.
Yeah, just the defensive IQ there from Stanton. And now Cook Islands on the last.
Here we go.
Here comes the nail in the coffin.
No, Charlie's. Okay, and they've got away with that.
No, I don't think so. The far touch judge, the far sideline referee,
he's going to put her in the bin. I think he's going to put her. I had one of my boys sent off for that in the New Zealand-Australian game. What's the referee calling here?
I think there's only really two options there, Pete, isn't it? It's either a penalty try or a sin bin.
Yeah, and when we played Australia, it was both.
Well, it was a send-off, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Back in 2009. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah. But anyway, again...
You're over it, aren't you?
No, I'm not. We played a game for 35 minutes with 5v6, and we done quite well, to be honest. It was 8-6. But anyway, that probably killed my tournament, to be honest. I learnt a lot from that, coach-wise, about not trying to over-coach in a scenario where you're going to lose a tournament by running your leagues. So, if anything, that was my learnings, that one there. Well, I suppose we can learn a lot from that. Sometimes you get them, and sometimes you don't, Tim.
Yeah, the learning's definitely there for the taking for the Cook Islands as Tonga come away victors in that one. What an entertaining clash, to say the very least, between two proud Pacific nations.
So
Tonga
good.
coming up away, with that one 6-3. Pete, we're going to be calling another one as well after this one, so we'll wrap things up there and we'll take a quick break and we'll come back after the break.
Kia ora whanau.